Hello YouTube. I'm going to be reading from A New Concept of the Universe written by Walter Russell. How Gravitation and Radiation Born Each Other. Number 94. Nature works in strange ways. Of all her mystifying processes, her manner of producing the double polarity, which assures two-way balance for the two-way journey of her two conditions, is perhaps the most elusive of her illusions. It is well to clarify this mystery step by step at this point. A. The carbon wheel spins true upon a horizontal shaft which arose vertically from its plane of equilibrium. B. The rim of the wheel begins to spin on the horizontal plane of equilibrium and arises to become the vertical equator of its hub. C. The vertical has become horizontal, and the horizontal has become vertical to transform one unchanging rest condition to two changing motions of condition. D. The positive electric worker has made the rim of the wheel become its hub by use of its centripetal force. That is how nature manufactures gravity and multiplies potential to contract waves into solids surrounded by space. E. The negative electric worker has made the hub of the wheel become its rim by use of its centrifugal force. That is how nature manufactures radiation and divides potential to expand waves into space centered by solids. F. The rim of the wheel is now 90 degrees from the equilibrium plane of its birth, and is 90 degrees from the shaft of its hub. From a plane of no motion, it has become a sphere of maximum motion. G. The hub shaft of the wheel is now parallel with the plane of rest and 90 degrees from the plane of maximum motion. H. The rim of the wheel was maximum speed, and the hub was minimum when motion began on the plane of rest. But now the hub is maximum speed, and rim is minimum when the wheel stands up from rest. Number 95. This is nature's process of dividing the still light of the Creator into two moving lights of matter and space to simulate the mind imagings of the Creator by moving image forms of His creation. A world picture of this process might simplify nature's method. Imagine, therefore, the seed of idea placed upon the wave axes like the seed of a tree put into the ground. Now imagine the ground rising as a hoop would rise from the ground until it stood straight up instead of lying down. As the ground rises to stand up, imagine the idea of the tree unfolding in a series of 4 efforts which we call stages of growth. The seed of idea becomes a fully formed mature body when the ground has arisen from wave axis level to wave amplitude height, 90 degrees from its axis level. The ground, which bore the formless seed, is now the vertical equator which balances the fully formed body. Half of the upright tree extends to the north of the equator, and the other half to the south of it. Its roots extend north towards gravity, and its branches radiate south towards space. This is the manner in which growing matter appears. Now comes the reverse process. That fully formed body, which has unfolded from its seed, must now refold into its seed. This it does in 4 reverse stages of descendance, and as it thus refolds the ground, lies down gradually with all of the body, still contained in it, but refolded as patterned seed. This is the manner in which decaying matter disappears. This visualization pictures the method of nature which borns and reborns a patterned idea forever and forever without end. That which comes from the ground must return to it for rebirth. Patterned forms must disappear into their seed and be added to at each rebirth. Idea is eternal. Bodies which manifest idea are transient, but their repetitions are eternal. This is no exception to this process of repetitions of bodies, which we call reincarnation, when applied to man. The process is universal, however, and applies to all creating things, not man alone. Number 96. If one would know the heartbeat of the universe, one can know it by comprehending this rhythmic, balanced interchange between the pairs of opposite conditions which gave eternity to this universe through eternal repetitions of living-dying sequences. Thus, it is that the life-death, growth-decay process of division of an equilibrium into two opposing conditioned states of motion is repeated in every action-reaction of motion, no matter how simple or how great. Postulate. Number 97. All matter begins in accumulation from cone bases on wave axes. It multiplies its accumulation while spiraling to cone apices. It ceases to accumulate when it becomes a sphere, and it redistributes its accumulation in rings around the sphere to become cone bases at wave axes for repeating its accumulation. Verily, the sphere, which carbon is, has arisen from its resting place to stand upon and go into action in a divided three-dimensional universe of change for just a little while before lying down to rest in the undivided universe of stillness, in order to regenerate vitality for aging or again rising into action.